Aquarius, your 12-month 2023 into 2024 reading. All right, here we go. Starting with March. The World in reverse and the Nine of Cups. In March, you'll be nearing the end of a major life cycle in an aspect of your life that will lead you to fulfillment. You'll be feeling pretty smug, pretty ecstatic, emotionally content about how things are going to unfold for you. And you can see the end nearing. There may be some revisiting of the goal in March and seeing what final touches we can put on something before we cross the finish line with it. This is a dream come true kind of situation, and it's leading you at the beginning of the year. You're starting the beginning of the year off, the zodiac year off in Aries time frame. Really being happy and coming into a whole new cycle, feeling fulfilled that you've reached this major milestone. Okay. You could be meeting somebody in April that is pretty courageous in how they express themselves, and creative, and they creatively express themselves in everything that they do. And you could start a new love with this person. This could be somebody who could be considered a part of your family and your tribe. They will really kind of inspire you to go after what you want with some confidence. If this is not somebody else, this is you starting this new fulfilling chapter after completing that old cycle we just talked about. And I see a lot of creativity, a lot of confidence coming in regards to this new beginning that you're emotionally excited about starting. May. In May, there may come a moment when you're met with the challenge of an external kind of tricky force, or an abstract, in an abstract metaphorical approach. You might need to think outside of the box in order to get out of something that you once were very involved with emotionally. You might be thinking of new ways to kind of a loophole, I guess you could say, out of a situation. This situation could have to do with somebody that has been not forthcoming. This could be you feeling like you're having to be a little underhanded about something that you're wanting to get away from or escape from, so you're trying to find the easy way out in something. This could literally just mean, like, in order to get out of a situation that is no longer emotionally fulfilling, you're looking to take some the road less traveled in order to find something that is an alternative route necessarily to what you're hoping to find that will be more fulfilling for you. This, next to the Queen of Wands, is alternative fashion. So if you are somebody who enjoys fashion and expression, you might be expressing yourself in a way that is very avant-garde or very artsy, very different than what people normally would expect of you or what society normally sees. Now, in June, you are financially feeling secure. However, there could be a loss that you're taking in stride. Your mentality is you win some, you lose some, and you might be having to let the past be the past in terms of a decision that you've made financially that didn't work out as well as you thought it would. However, still staying strong, still manifesting in the material world. It could be just kind of a disappointment financially that you were hoping something would benefit you and it ended up not benefiting you in the way that you thought it would. Also, because there is this kind of leaving behind what doesn't serve you and hopes to find what will, and then there is this kind of tricky kind of deception card, you might find that you might lose something at the hands of somebody else this month period. Unfortunately, it happens. You know, we leave our bike not hooked up. We leave our, God forbid, your wallet on a counter and somebody swipes it. A phone. There just is something. Somebody is not being honest, and you're looking to get away from that dishonesty. And this could have to do with a creative project as well. So just be careful about who you share your ideas with, and make sure that you lock up all of your things. Just a good check sheet there. However, I really don't see it as being a physical manifestation of loss. I'm seeing you having to take some sort of bypass over a situation or look for a way around something in order to get where you need to go, because that's really going to help you be able to manifest what you need financially at this time. However, I see there being some disappointment in regards to that, not getting everything that you wanted in the time period that you may have wanted it. The Seven of Swords is a very kind of Aquarian card. It's it's Uranian in nature as well. So there is this alternative side to you, and it could be a creative alternative financial venture that may lead to some minor loss, but I think in the whole you're really happy still and pulling from the energy of the beginning of March, that things are going good for you, and staying positive is going to help you find a better means of making finances for yourself or getting that material world in order. In July, I see you taking action on something that has to do with your emotional world in some way. This could be trying to calm a racing mind. It could be that you're feeling a little bit emotionally aggressive at this time, or very emotional or emotionally expressive, and you're communicating it as such. The King of Cups is very emotionally masterful, so you might be having to balance out how you're thinking and what you want to say and communicate to somebody, and how you are at a core level, not letting that change who you are. This could also have to do with passions in regards to any kind of health matters, or self-improvement, or caring for others. So you could be taking action in order to benefit someone else or take care of somebody else at that time. Okay, so now we have the Seven of Swords again, and we have the Nine of Wands. Now, whatever happened back here in terms of, there being a departure of some sort from what didn't emotionally serve you anymore in order to find what would, maybe you looked on the other side of the fence and saw that the grass wasn't really greener, actually. And that could have been what happened. And that's left you having to deal with the energy of that for a few months. We all go through things like that. However, this also could be an alternative route to something, whether it be medicine with the King of Cups here, and taking action to heal yourself in some regard. And this could be where you need somebody who's thinking outside of the box in terms of your situation, or feeling like you might be feeling pretty different, or there's almost kind of like a pariah kind of vibe with this, or there might be some mental strain or confusion having to do with strategy. So there might be a healing strategy that needs to be developed. Some sort of physical routine needs to be tweaked a little to get where you want to go, because this is about getting where you want to go. Very fast moving energy. So being quick to be emotional in regards, or passionate about somebody who you care about might lash out at you, and you might be defensive about it, or you're trying not to be defensive about it in this month of July. Also, there could be something that you need to take care of in terms of your own emotional well-being, and maybe that's going to have something to do with communicating your truth. The King of Cups is very compassionate, so when he communicates his truth, normally he has tact. The Seven of Swords is always reminding us to have tact, to have strategy in something. This is also war strategy, okay? So this could be having to play it cool or play it smart in regards to a situation that's been very challenging or difficult in your life. With somebody, it could be at the workplace, because the King of Pentacles is here. You're feeling disappointed about something to do with work. Somebody at work could be a little not forthright, and maybe you're looking to leave this person behind, um, and maybe that's what this is in regards to, is making a move to find something more fulfilling, in terms of your work environment or position at your job, so that you can not be on the emotional, argumentative side of this energy anymore, with this person, with this place, with this thing. A defense strategy, getting a defense strategy in order. Also, this is guerrilla warfare. This would be, this combo, tired of having to go around, somebody, walk on eggshells with somebody, or keep things secretive. There's almost this, somebody's being tricky and you're kind of on the defense and you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop with something, and you're getting tired of that. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, and again the Eight of Cups. So this situation starts March, April, May, and carries on through August. So there's some planning that's happening in regards to leaving a situation behind in order to find something more fulfilling. And it seems like by August, there's maybe some, it's like there's like this self-sacrifice of the situation. There's a need to kind of find the enlightenment in a situation that's been stagnating, or taking time out from a situation in order to gain some a new perspective on it, and so that you're able to move forward and find something that you are more emotionally fulfilled by. I'm feeling like there's a lot of stagnation. So I have the Hanged Man here. The planning begins way earlier on. There's some disappointment with finances. Maybe that's what you needed in order to get where you need to go, or where you want to be. An argument with somebody that you love, or communicating with a professional on the matter, somebody who's in the helping fields. Feeling very defeated in regards to some situation that's left you mentally on edge, maybe in a defensive mode over your things, or over your, or what you believe, even what you believe to be true or right for you. Then there's this moving forward, really trying to leave something behind that doesn't work for you anymore into something that does. And you feel like it's a huge sacrifice, or that it's putting you in some kind of holding spot for some reason. It could have to do with love. It could be that you feel trapped or stuck moving forward in a situation because you're kind of scared to make a decision, because you don't feel like you have enough information to do so, or that it's not safe to do so. At least safe in regards to how you're thinking about it. This also can be like mental entrapment. Gemini is about the intellect. It's about the duality of things. And so you feel stuck with the choice that you made, or about making a decision to go forward with some sort of relationship or partnership of some kind. There is a choice to be made that is, you feel like you can't make one, but I believe that you will make one, and it will happen by the second quarter of the year. The Hierophant and the Hierophant. Wow. All right, so the Hierophant is the Pope. He is the priest. He is the man that's in charge of the dogma. He is the man that says, this is tradition, and this is how we do it, and this is why we do it, because it's always worked this way. And if you want to get to where I am, you'll do the same, and we'll get you there. Okay? And so with this decision that leads you kind of feeling between a rock and a hard place, or maybe some sort of relationship that's making you feel like constricted in some sort of way, or your mental understanding of something might be also kind of restricted. You might be feeling very restless and agitated at this time after going through this for a couple months. I don't blame you. There will be somebody who is of an organization or a community, that is a leader of an organization or community, who will teach you a system that will allow you to figure out what it is you want, where it is you're going, and so you may lean on your own spiritual practices in this time period in order to help you feel at peace enough to make a decision. There's the keys here, right? The keys, he's holding the keys, and the keys are the answers. It's the answers to the ways, right? The ways that, you know, people have done it, that it has worked for them. And so maybe you're going a more traditional route instead of the alternative measures you were planning on taking earlier. You're starting to go more traditional. So if this is about medicine or healthcare, because the King of Cups can be about healthcare or medicine, you're going from being a more alternative medicine or Eastern medicine. Actually, I always think of that backwards, so I won't even use that as an example, but alternative medicine into a more traditional set, alternative learning into a more traditional structured set. So there's some adopting of some kind of principles. There's an adopting of tradition, going about things in a more organized way that's been proven to work for somebody else, not necessarily trying to make something work that is maybe kind of alternative and cool and new, but may not be getting you the results that you want. And that can be applied in any aspect of your life. Okay, so now that was October, November, December. Lots of communication coming in with somebody new or about a new beginning. So there is this kind of mentor you might be meeting um, during this time, and you might start to get a lot of communication from this person in regards to um, taking a risk. This is a risk taker. This is Aries, so it might apply to the beginning of the year when you achieved something, a great milestone in your life. There's almost starting over. The cycle renews itself completely. Finally, it finishes up, and you're able to begin again, and there's lots of new things coming at you, and new people, places, and things, and you've started this whole new approach to your life because you're in a new chapter. Coming in after that, you have the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So there's some sort of learning to work and have fun while you do it in order to make the time pass, in order to enjoy life, because we do work quite a bit in our lives, and I'm talking about, you know, all the drudgery in life that we have to do in order to survive, right? Or to be at least somewhat functioning people. This card teaches us how to do that. Even when things get a little bumpy, it's like an inner homeostasis, right? It's that inner balance that we have, even when the world is kind of falling apart around us or kind of crazy and chaotic. We can still focus on what we're doing and keep going in order to manifest for ourselves and begin to create balance in our life, even when it isn't balanced from the external point of view. And then we move on to this card, which is about knowing that your next opportunity is on its way to you, because you've planned out, you've used your powers of manifestation, and you can see that there's this new opportunity that is down the road for you because of what all the work you've done and all the planning you've done and passions you've had to make all this happen for yourself. You know that your time is going to come again, and the wheel will turn again for you. And so you're just planning for the future, making financial plans for the future even, because I see that, you know, this could be making having a hard time juggling, but still feeling optimistic about it. And this is making plans for the future. Even though you only have Two Pentacles, you're still investing. You're still making sure that you're balancing everything to make sure that when this opportunity does come, you will be able to have some money to move forward with it and celebrate and make new strides. And that's the beginning of the year of 2024. And then in February of 2024, we have, oh, this is so cool. We have the World again. So we have the World in reverse up here. We're coming in with some fulfillment about a cycle that's nearing the end. And then over here, we have the completion of that cycle. The entirety of it is complete. We're starting all over again in a whole new way in our lives. And this is the card of art, right? This is about patience. It's taken quite an amount of time for this alchemy in your life that you've been trying to do. He's doing, you know, material alchemy here. And then the patience aspect of waiting for those ships to come in, right? And here they are. They come in February. And this is like true alchemy and healing. So, what do we say about healing? We had that he was a healer over here. Maybe some bad news from a doctor about something, or a professional that you know, hold in high regard. Maybe bad news about them or about their situation, this healer. Something, something happens. And then there's healing here. So, whatever was going on that you had to be patient about, that you had to wait for things to get better, that you might have felt stuck about, things move forward, opportunities come in, things change. You try a new approach, a tried and true approach to a situation that has been many other people have followed in your footsteps in. And from doing that, you start this new beginning, and then you close out the old cycle. So, Aquarius, that was an awesome reading. I see that you might be getting into business with somebody, a business partner. It would be a global, some of this is might be for one or two of you, I don't know, but some kind of internet business or financial partnership that has to do with an online communications or financial communications of some kind. Thinking about your finances in a more mature approach. Walking away from shady people. Taking a break from everybody in order to gain some enlightenment and clarity on a situation and find what you really want to do in your life. There's a waiting for what you know is coming, which is the future, and seeing it in a positive light even when it's a little bit troubling. Starting a lot of new things all at once. Getting spiritual and getting traditional in your practice and approach to either love or anything to do with your life, really. A traditional healer maybe could be seen from this aspect here. You're feeling content, but something hasn't closed out completely yet. And then there's this manifestation that comes in that might cost you a friend or something. There's somebody who's not really been our participant, or there's been somebody that's been underhanded maybe at work, and you're seeing that for what it is. There might be an argument, and having to communicate this to somebody who is a listener, a good listener, and then there is a moving on from something. So maybe you've been trying to move. You've been thinking about ways you could move, or secret moves. There's some secret moves that you're trying to do, and you're grieving something. You're grieving the loss of something that maybe somebody took from you. You feel cheated or backstabbed in some way by somebody. I don't think it's the loss of a job, because the King of Pentacles is in the upright. So it wouldn't be that. It would be maybe feeling like emotionally at a loss because of the loss of a friend, or or the parting ways of friends and or a lover, and then you end up focusing more on your work, communicating your deepest feelings with somebody who's a professional, maybe. This is very warlike, though. He's a mediator, the King of Cups. So there might be somebody at work that's a troublemaker and you end up in mediation with them. You're defending your beliefs. You're defending yourself from being taken from. You feel like you've been taken from somebody. Maybe wanting to be alone, having a hard time being alone as well. Feeling stuck with a decision, needing to make a decision, or unable to move forward and make the decision, but you do. You end up making it, and it's very beneficial to you. Getting more spiritual and definitely starting over in some way, shape, or form after closing out a cycle, or during the process of finishing up one cycle and starting another one. Patience at the end of the year leads you actually to a breakthrough. All right, Aquarius, I hope this made sense. I hope I wasn't too quick. Let me look at the underside here. Yep, there's that 8 of Wands again. And there's the 9 of Wands again. Under the 9 of Wands is the 4 of Swords. Mental exhaustion. A lot of activity followed by burnout. Pace yourself. Pace yourself this year, Aquarius. Because you've got a lot going on. I think this is probably the best reading out of all of them so far. I mean, the last chunk that I didn't do. But the Lovers and the Hierophant is marriage. It's formality. So there could be a change in your values. Because the Queen of Wands, she values herself, right? She's very confident and expressive, right? And the 7 of Swords is like the opposite energy. He's not really, there's like a smugness over a fulfillment of something. And then there's the Queen, who's confident and brazen and sexually expressive as well. She's not afraid to put herself out there. And maybe the 7 of Swords is showing like somebody who's kind of doing it all behind the scenes but not putting themselves out there. And the King of Pentacles, he's looking upon somebody who's grieving the loss of something, but no, he knows his value. He knows what he's worth, and everything in his kingdom is worth, and he knows that how to make money while he's sleeping, pretty much, because he's set up systems. He's planted all these seeds, and now those seeds have sprouted seeds that have sprouted seeds. So he knows he will forever have abundance. So it's knowing that even if there's a loss, that you've got it covered. the Seven of Swords is also like an ego card, right? It's like ego over spirit sometimes, or it's a spiritual um, kind of, it's like a fable, you know? What can you take with you before you go? You can't take anything with you really at the end of the game, but it feels like somebody might try to steal some creative idea of yours, or somebody you know, a fire sign woman, someone who's very fiery and passionate and creative. Um, Somebody might take something from her, and you might have to console her about this. Kind of let her know like it's gonna be okay, and it's not the end of your. There's infinite abundance. There's infinite ideas, and you might meet somebody new that feels like the love of your life, the one that you've been waiting for. There's just a lot you're juggling with the Two of Pentacles and the two Eight of Wands I see here, and the Nine of Wands twice. So just take it easy, Aquarius, and I guess tried and true will help you finish up an old cycle. For some reason, there's something there having to do with that. Now, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this fire sign could be a new love coming in. Everything will work itself out in the end. Just be patient. All right, Aquarius. Have a great March, and I will try to get April readings for the monthlies down. Maybe I'll even try to get March down if I have time. But this has been your 2023 into 2024 reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye.